Howdy. We made the half a year of daily videos pretty much. A few of the videos from time to time have been a little bit due to uploading and boring stuff actually. Boring start to the video, Michael. No, it's been a little bit weird yesterday, just where it's at. Did have a little nice break from life and played some pool and snooker with Francis again, which was very nice. Tried out a new club. But yeah, I think I've been thinking about it, and it's just things have evolved so much from when I started this, and it was like I knew I was giving kind of almost like giving birth to something. Like I knew there was this like big thing inside me that I needed to get out, and I didn't quite know what it was, but I wanted it to like help my life and help the people around me, but also help other people. And at the heart of that is education. So I think the one message that I've received loud and clear over the past 24 hours or so is just to keep teaching, really, just to keep teaching and try to keep coming up with creative ways to teach. And I think the websites are really simple. We've got, as you know, if you've seen them, but we've really got a blank canvas there, and that could be on the Learn page. It could be text, it could be video, it could be images, infographics. My scribbled drawings I'm thinking of introducing to understand things. There's so many different ways to teach, and I want to explore those, because like for non-conformity clothing, for example, if you can just understand like how it was 20 years ago when you had to like buy the equipment, rent a premises, do all the printing yourself, have the stock in-house, have a lot of money up front. Now if you want to start a clothing business, I see that Simon Squibb dude all the time on Instagram. What's your dream, dude? What's your dream? What's your dream? And I've seen a couple of people that want to start a clothing business, and it's like, well, if you've got designs, you're good to go. You can just sell them, stick them on your own feed now. You don't have to print them or buy any stock. Those, as soon as the order comes in, that can be, you could just manually send it to the, it's sunny. The sun's come out. End of November, 30th of November, 1st of December, new moon tomorrow. So using today, following the moon stuff, kind of just learning about loads of different things, just seeing what works, what doesn't. But yeah, having a clean up and sort out and throw out of old stuff today, ready for the new cycle tomorrow. And yeah, I think all I'm going to do is just keep turning up at 4 a.m. and keep turning up and pushing this ahead, because it's evolved a lot in the half a year of doing it. I'm really proud of a lot of what I've achieved, and just showing up for these videos for one, which are starting to get, a few more views. Nothing to rave about, but I knew consistency would win the race. I was hoping for a few more views for that, but you just don't know, do you? I wasn't really naming them anything interesting, and nobody knows about this anyway, so how are people going to find me? So I think it's, yeah, just good to begin. That's our message with a lot of this stuff. And yeah, just going back to the clothing thing, if I can show somebody on an A4 piece of paper on the website how it was 20 years ago, to make them realize how easy it is now, and give them then the tools, give them some education, give them the resources, and give them like a leg up of how they could go and then start selling their own designs, their own clothing. And that's just one of them. It's there's so many different ways you can go about business, and things are really changing. I'm trying to keep up with AI, and that's the tagline for nonconformityai.com, keeping up with AI. So I'm creating a business again to scratch my own itch, to satisfy my own needs. Like, I want to keep up with AI to see how I can keep helping my businesses with it, and keep helping then other people with the education. So I'm creating a newsletter, so that automatically makes me keep up with AI and put out a weekly newsletter to help others. So yeah, there's so many ways that you can use that kind of model. Just start teaching what you want to be into, and spreading information. People love good information. There's so many different ways to consolidate it. Let alone put like your personality on it, and your spin comes from you. So that's going to connect with certain types of people, and other types of people it just won't. They just won't gel. They won't vibe with it, and that's the whole point. There's room for a lot of people to do lots of the same types of businesses, but just do it in their own way with their own vibe. Like some females might like more of a female teacher. Some they might like a male teacher. Some guys might like a female teacher. They might like older, younger. They might like people that are into different types of music. There's millions of different variations, and I think I remember when I was thinking of going to Thailand, leaving the UK in 2016, and then I ended up going to Bali because I saw the profile of Octavia, my yoga teacher, and he was like, yeah, yoga's nothing about what you think. Don't be surprised if you hear Biggie Smalls on and I'm into coffee and red wine. Like it or lump it, kind of. And I was just like, yeah, like the vibe. Sign up immediately. I did. And booked a flight and off. So that's just loads of examples of that, about how you can connect your own people, because you're going to come from a different part of the world. You're going to have a different lingo. You're going to have different groups and social circles around you that you can then see in your own way and help them in your own way. So yeah, we're half a year. We're obviously not giving up. We're not really taking any money at the minute, but we've got the indie page tracking that. It's just been $24 a month for like a year, but that's just my test product running. Goes out of one bank and into another bank. But it's nice to know it's all working. All the software's there, really. It's all there for the taking. And yeah, hopefully I've just got to keep going. You do question yourself some days, I think, being a solopreneur, entrepreneur, working alone. Sometimes you're just like, what am I doing? Because you're always creating, you're always at the forefront of everything that's coming. You're having to constantly create. And it's quite hard to then look back and be like, oh yeah, I've made all that stuff, or I've made this progress. But I think it's natural to question yourself, because if you didn't, you need to look at the different perspectives and angles from things all of the time. And questioning yourself in your mind, I think it's a healthy thing, because you're just checking in with yourself from a different perspective, a different day, a different mindset from the day before. And this is the point, like when you're in the excited mode and you think it's the best idea since sliced bread, like nothing's going to stop you. But then it's the days where you're just like, what am I doing? That you need to push through and just use as a different perspective and go, okay, what am I doing? What have I done? How do I feel about this? Do I need to sidestep a little bit here, or change the trajectory of this over there a little bit? And it should be always like that. This is the point. There's no point. Everybody's like, I want to be a millionaire, get to that. But it's like, if you just got to that, then you'd be bored. The whole point is to really enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and always have the next kind of couple of steps in sight, but not the steps after that. Like they come a bit more clearer as you push a bit further along, and then it evolves a bit more, and then you meet some more people and get some different feedback and some different ideas and do this different thing, and then it keeps evolving and it keeps moving. And I guess the whole, I wanted to set up all these blueprints really for me personally, just to see, like, right, if I set up 20, 30, 40, it was like 20, 30 to start with, wasn't it? I was like, if I just keep going until I find the one which just ticks all the boxes and takes off, how I've seen a lot of other of these indie business things going. A lot of people have started a lot of things, and it took them a long time to find the one thing that really worked for them. And so it's like putting numbers on your side, really, rather than that Mark Lewis guy. He worked. He thought it was going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, and worked for like a year or two on like a dating app for something, but didn't even get it finished or show anybody or get any feedback. And now he's pumping out loads of startups, and he's got some really successful things going, and he's sharing that story and putting the numbers on your side and spreading the risk, a bit like investments. You don't want to get all your money and just stick it into one cryptocurrency or physical silver. You want to split it out into crypto and then have some pots within that. Precious metals, have some gold and silver, and maybe some other precious metals. Investments, spread it out in the index funds. So you've got lots of pots within the pots that are all spread out. And it's the same with business, really. If you just start with one and have everything in there, you've got to be really sure. And it's really hard to know that starting out. So test quickly, because that idea that you really thought it might just be a couple of tweaks away from like being great, but you're not going to know that until there's the feedback. I've read so many stories and case studies about people that had this idea, they went for it, wasn't quite right, but with that first tranche of people, they really got to know them and just thought, "What? Listen, what do you want? What do you want? And I'll build it for you." And some of the feedback was incredible, and that's for physical businesses and also digital businesses. So you've just got to keep going, really. And I think now it's definitely the time for me to start connecting with people. I've been in my head talking to people and seeing the community getting busier and getting feedback. So, microphone is on. So, yeah, half a year, learnt a lot, and we'll just trying to keep getting a bit better each day with the business and keep pushing along. And yeah, if you want to join a crew of people that are pushing hard at 4 a.m. to change their life and make some businesses, and yeah, come along and learn together and help each other, and then we can all operate as that feedback mechanism as well. Real life feedback in a community of like-minded people is invaluable. So we're only charging $11 a month for this. It's a real stepping stone in product to the whole company and what we're doing. And you can try it for 11 days free, no credit card, no nonsense, cancel anytime with 2 clicks. Oh, interestingly, I did see, I'll finish with this. I think Germany are bringing it in. They're bringing in laws now. I've been complaining about all these websites that make it really hard to cancel. I'm sure you've experienced this. Germany, they're bringing in a 2-click law or something now, where you've got to make it as easy as to cancel as you have to sign up, which is how it should be. That's how we're doing it. So there shouldn't be laws that need to be brought in for this. It's just like, if you say, "Here's my money," you should be able to stop that if you no longer want to use that service. It's that simple. So yeah, just be honest, just be authentic, just do good, just try and do good and help people, and then you can attach services and money to that as you go, and build that as you've got a following, as you've got trust, as you've honed your skills, and that's a great recipe. That's a great recipe. So half a year in, it'll be interesting to see where we are in another half a year at the end of May next year, when we'll have done a year of daily videos building this company, 100 startups. So yeah, I guess to finish, I'm still going to go for that. We're just going to make it work and speed up the processes, automate the processes, and just show the world what we're made of, basically.